guys, welcome back. This is Digimon Digital Monsters, season 2, episode 18 of my show. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters, season 2, episode 18 of my show, but this is about episode 17. Now, before I start talking about it, I just want to mention to you guys, today is actually my 2-year anniversary with my YouTube channel. I started it 2 years ago on May 13th of 2013, so this is a very special occasion for me and stuff. And before I start talking about it again, I just want to mention something. Now that I'm at my 2-year anniversary with my YouTube channel, I just want to let you guys know that about my upcoming projects again one more time, and I want to thank you for your support that you gave me for these past couple of years. As I've stated before in a couple of other videos, my next couple of projects are going to be a history on the Soul Year series, a history on and a history on Vampire Knight, and probably another minor series after that. And I'm actually contemplating if I will do a history on the Power Ranger stuff, but I'll worry about that after I do the Naruto stuff. I'll make a decision after that. But I'll worry about those projects when I get to them and stuff. But like I said before, I want to thank you for your support that you gave me for the past 2 years of my channel and stuff. It's very surprising how far I've come since May 13th of 2013 and stuff. I can't believe I've become this far. Oh, and in the next video after this, you see I'm going to Dolphin today to see that new Avengers Age of Ultron movie. So in the next video next week after this, which will probably be on Thursday next week, I'll let you guys know how the movie was, and I'll tell you if you should go see it. But personally, from what I've seen from the commercials, it does seem like a good movie. Okay, now, sorry about getting off topic. Sorry about getting off topic there. I just wanted to explain what I was going to be doing with my channel from this point forward. I might actually also do a history on the Power Rangers series. Like I said, I'm not quite certain if I am going to. I'm going to make a decision after the Naruto series. After that, I'll make a decision on whether I'm going to do a history on the Power Rangers stuff. Now, getting into it, this is History of Digimon Digital Monsters, Season 2, Episode 18 of my show, but this is about Episode 17. Now, Episode 17 in the English dub is known as, Ghost of a Chance. Now, basically, this episode, they aren't in the digital world for this episode, the kids. They're basically the entire episode takes place in the human world. And this episode is kind of significant in the fact that the significance of this episode is kind of important because one of the episodes that I did previously in the first season gets referenced, and also this episode is is significant for the characters in the fact that they are also celebrate an anniversary of their own in this episode, because this episode is significant because in this episode the previous main cast characters and the main cast of the second season, they celebrate the anniversary of when they first entered the digital world, and for the main cast of the first season, it's also the anniversary of when they finally defeated Myotismon and stuff. And the way that now getting into it with the actual episode, what happens is basically Davis is wondering what to do with Kari and stuff because he wants to do something with her. When they go on a kind of date thing. But DK said that they already have a kind of date thing planned, and and Davis is wondering what that is, and then they show him a calendar with a circle with a couple of numbers and a line through it, and Davis is confused by that because he thinks they might have a date to do fractions, but it's not actually that. It's as I stated before, this episode is significant in the fact that they're celebrating the anniversary of when they first entered the digital world, and for the main cast of the first season, it's also the a celebration for them for when they first defeated Myotismon. Um, Oh, now that I got into it, I will have to put. If you guys remember back when I did the first season, the third arc set of episodes, two of those episodes from the third arc will get referenced. I'll put them in the description, and I'll also probably put in the description two more episodes until episode 14 of my own show for season 1, but about episode 13 of season 1 gets referenced as well, because 2 episodes after this is when that happens. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, it goes into, then it goes into where TK is with his dad and with Matt and their him and his dad's house. Now this is kind of reminiscent of what I did with the character bio videos for the first season when I did the main cast characters. If you want, you can check on my old video about that. It has a clip of that in there. But just for the purpose of this video, I'll explain to you guys what he said. He basically says to Matt that that he hasn't been in his apartment in a while. It's the same, including the smell of his socks. That's what I'm talking about is actually in the clip when I did the character bios for Matt and TK in the first season. Like I said before, if you guys want to check that out, you can and stuff. And anyway, continuing on, he picks some clothes up off the floor and he's wondering how long they've been there, and then Matt is saying to tell him that he's telling him not to nitpick because their dad's been putting in a lot of hours at the TV station and he's been rehearsing with his band and stuff. And then TK remembers that it's just him and that it's just Matt and his dad living there and stuff. And then their dad shows up, and then he's looking like he's exhausted. And there's a reason why he's exhausted. He's been working late hours at the TV station where he works, and every so often when they played a show on the TV station, this weird shadow would appear on the screen. Now I think that shadow is reminiscent of Wizardmon and stuff. I'll put that in the description. But I'll also put it in the description. Last time in series until season 4 where Wizardmon shows up. I just thought I'd get that out of the way as well. Anyway, then he's telling them about the shadow, and then basically what happens is TK thinks that their dad's just working too hard and he needs some rest and stuff. And then they go, and then they start walking, but after they're done talking with their dad, they go for a walk for a bit, and because they need to prepare for the anniversary themselves. But Matt's kind of getting a little upset because the anniversary of when they defeated Myotismon is reminding him of all the friends that they've lost. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because in this episode, they actually passed that clothing store that the Gatsumon and Pumpkinmon were in back in episode 34 of season 34 of my own show, but about episode 33 of season 1. So I'll put that in the description as well. And then it goes to where Mimi is with the old lady. She's asking Mimi if what she heard about the tower that Digimon destroyed it was true. and stuff, and she said that it is, and then they meet up back in a forested area, and then Ty is basically telling them the stories about all their adventures, about how none of the how the Digimon, all the Digimon that they most of the Digimon that they fought back in the old days weren't actually evil; they were just possessed by Devimon's black ears. Oh, now speaking of Devimon, I'll put in the description 2 more episodes until episode 14 of season 1 of my own show, but about episode 13 is referenced because 2 episodes from this point. Actually, I think I'll put like maybe second last episode until episode 14 of my own show, but about episode 13 of season 1 is referenced. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And then David is inquiring about the Dark Masters and stuff. And then after they're done talking and stuff like that, Davis is saying that they hope they can live up to the legacy of the members of the old Digidestined. And then Kari is explaining that she was sick that day when it went, which is kind of true. But like I said, it worked out good. I can explain why now if you guys want. I didn't quite get a chance to explain this, but basically why it worked out when Garamon and Kari met up back in the human world when they did back in season 1 was because when the previous Digidestined Digi-Eggs were being transported to File Island, Garamon's Digi-Egg accidentally got hit by a blast that was by one of the Guardramons, and her Digi-Egg basically fell into the sea. I guess I should have explained that when I did season 1 episode, the episode of the Dark Master Saga where it was mentioned, but I had to make it a short video because the episode was under 19 minutes, so I just want to apologize about that, guys. I didn't get quite a chance to explain that, but I figured now since it was kind of mentioned with Kari saying she was sick that day, I figured I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, and then Davis is saying that they hope they can live up to the legacy of the members of the old Digidestined and stuff. And then later on, they're in the same Sky Tower area, and then Garamon hears this weird, voice like a ghost and stuff. And this kind of introduces Wizardmon's character. But it has a ghost spirit, because if you guys remember back in the original series, he was destroyed. Now this is what I didn't get about why he put a grave marker for Wizardmon's character, because he wasn't destroyed by the Dark Masters, he was technically destroyed by my Otis Mom when he tried to protect Kari. And I think that's part of the reason why he couldn't be reborn at first, because he wasn't actually destroyed in the digital world. He was destroyed protecting Kari and Garamon from one of my Otis Mon's blasts, so he's like kind of like a Digimon limbo kind of state as a ghost spirit. Oh my god. Anyway, continuing on, and then after that, basically what happens is, Wizardmon is explaining that their great enemy, Garamon can't defeat them the way he is, that she is and stuff, and says something about kindness will release the golden radiance. Now, I can explain to you what the golden radiance is. I'll give you a little heads up about that, actually. The golden radiance thing that is explained is actually a golden Digi-Egg, which is the last, technically the last of Demon's armored Digimon form, but I won't put that in the description. I'll probably put that in the description since it's referenced, but I won't say who Demon's golden armor form is until I get to that point. Excuse the burp, guys. Anyway, and then Wizardmon reaches out to try to touch Garamon's hand, but he realizes that he can't because he's a ghost spirit. And then he says farewell to them. And then Davis is wondering who Wizardmon is. Oh, actually, when he says about the kindness will release the golden radiant thing, he's actually referring to Ken's crest of kindness. But they don't know that at first. And when Yoli says about the kindness thing, she hopes that Wizardmon means that they don't have to be nice, kind of Ken and stuff like that, which is kind of funny. and then basically Wizardmon disappears, and then basically Davis is wondering who Wizardmon was, and then in a flashback it shows. Then Sora is telling Davis about how they fought Myotismon, and how Wizardmon stepped in front of the blast to protect Kari, and then he died in the process. And basically, Garamon and Kari are looking at the window, and then Garamon is saying that I'm still looking out for her beyond the grave and stuff, and that person. And that's kind of basically where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube, just please give it the real best you guys can. And I'll see you guys next time. Keep it digital. Oh, but before I go, I want to ask you guys a small favor. Since this is my 2-year anniversary with my YouTube channel, I believe I stated this before. If you could just leave a comment in the comment box, telling me what was your favorite video that I made over the past 2 years or so. Was it one of these videos? Was it one of my previous videos from season 1, or was it the side project video I did on the review of the Olympus Has Fallen movie? So again, like I always tell you guys, see you next time, and keep it digital.